7 dragons and I participated in a puzzle-solving game, strongly connected to the missing Richmond fortune. However, in an unbelievable turn of events, I failed to solve the puzzles. The key to solving everything is something that dragons might have been involved in. It's hidden in an incident that occurred 10 years ago. Following that train of thought, I set off on my own to explore the castle. However...
the entrance just got closed off. What is happening?
This is...
the ceiling is coming down.
Any mystery solved. That's the motto of the Layton Detective Agency, but this mystery was an incredibly perplexing challenge.
We are not just going to get flattened, are we?
There's no way.
Adamas, can you hear me? Miss Layton? Are you trapped in there?
Hey, Kat. What are you doing here?
Inspector Hastings, I'd like to ask you the same thing.
We just received an anonymous tip. We were told the criminals would be confessing here.
Criminals? Honest, tell me what's going on in there. The ceiling is slowly coming down. At this rate, I'd say that about 20 minutes will be crushed.
What?
Honest, Lord Adamas said that this was part of the game as well. Just like in the last puzzles, there should be hints as how to fix this. What? I'll leave this puzzle to you. To me?
Kat, where is Lord Adamas?
Currently, we've only heard his voice over the speakers.
Alright, let's capture him. Search the entire castle.
Yes, sir.
We should go back one more time as well.
But where to?
Inspector Hastings, I'll leave this to you.
Hey, where are you going, Kat?
Miss Layton. Ernest, look at this. A number pad?
Apparently, if we put in 4 numbers, the door will open.
Now our final game will expose the 7 criminals' true faces. If you look behind your masks, your crimes will become clear.
7 criminals. What does that mean?
Inspector Hastings, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Please do as I direct you.
What are you going to tell him?
I figured out what the hint is. The hint was the voice just now. If you look behind the masks, your crime will become clear.
Behind these portraits? What in the world?
What do you suppose this all means?
I haven't the slightest. Are you listening? I'm going to relay this message. When the world turns upside down, perhaps it is a sign. In fact, it will expose your crime. Yet there is no atoning your evil designs.
The world turns upside down? Inspector, next go to the room with the blue door.
Hey, Kat, are those guys gonna be okay?
Either way, we should hurry.
This must be the painting. When the world turns upside down must mean...
Look at that, Inspector. There's a new message.
We found it. The next message is, what's the date? The answer should be a month and a day.
A date.
That must mean then.
I could never forget it.
That was September 7th.
It has to be 0907. It stopped.
Are you alright?
We're saved.
I'm not alright. My stomach is in pain. Hurry up and help me out.
This marks the end of our game.
What?
Victors, I will award you with the dark inheritance that is the Richmond's curse.
A curse?
You have shown me proof of the crime you committed 10 years ago. I will have you atone for your crime by revealing it to the world.
I'm gonna need the 7 of you to tell me more about this.
Inspector, can you hear me? We found the audio room, however no one was in here. It appears the culprit has been playing recordings via remote control.
So that's how it was.
Did you get it all?
The mystery is history!
All right!
Please tell me! What happened with all of you in the past? Wait, Ernest! Miss Layton!
Cut.
The mystery is history.
What? Does that mean you found Lord Adamas then?
I have. In fact, he's among us right now.
What?
Everyone, Miss Layton appears to have brilliantly solved the grand mystery behind this game. These are the important points. Has she truly solved all of the mysteries tied to the Richmond fortune? Let's listen to her deductions right after this.
The culprit is among us. Tell us who it is, Kat.
This mystery was just like a Baumkuchen. It was built slowly, layer by layer, over a long period of time.
That's a pretty deluxe taste.
The host of this game, the culprit who planned all of this, is someone I honestly never expected. Lord Adamas's true identity is you, isn't it? Ernest Greaves!
Huh? Now isn't it time for jokes like that? You gotta say something too, Pinstripes. Pinstripes, is it true?
I became certain of it when I found out that Adamas's voice was pre-recorded. You must have been controlling the pre-recorded audio with a remote in your right pocket. However, the audio was able to deal with my participation in Professor Layton's place, since you've been with me all along.
I do not see Professor Layton in your group. Katrielle was the only incorrect participant.
That was because Adamas already knew that I was going to be the one to come here. You predicted that I would get stubborn at the mention of my father's name and participate in this game. That's why you made the invitation like that, isn't it? You tried to make your plans continue more smoothly by having me support the dragons in their attempts to solve the puzzles. Furthermore, if I participated, you'd be able to watch it all go down from the front row. Now confess! Ernest Greaves? No. Miles Richmond!
What?
You're Miles Richmond? You kidding?
You're Richmond's grandson?
I found this book in the underground study room. Ernest Shackleton, Surprise Explorer, written by Richard Greaves. That is the origin of your alias, if I'm not mistaken. I see there's no use in lying to you anymore, Miss Layton. That's right. Ernest Greaves is the name I assumed. My given name is Miles Richmond. I am Maximilian Richmond's only grandson.
An alias? Hey, Kat, that doesn't make any sense.
His objective was to verify the truth behind the events of 10 years ago, and to take revenge on the 7 people involved in them. There's a legend about Mr. Richmond having a hidden fortune. The ones who got their hands on that fortune were these 7.
What? Oh, I've heard of that legend before, but... Didn't they say there was never a fortune in the first place?
But there was.
Oh, really? Emiliana, what are you doing here?
Sorry to have kept you waiting, Kat. I've completed my investigation on the incident that took place 10 years ago.
Investigation?
Now allow me to explain the truth behind the whereabouts of the Richmond's hidden fortune!
Hey, Kat, are you just gonna let her do your thing?
10 years ago, a reconnaissance squad of 7 people visited Mount Rosenberg, which was owned by Mr. Richmond. They were called Team Adamas. They heard rumors that there were diamonds hidden on the mountain, and their objective was to verify whether those rumors were true. To Mr. Richmond, who had been met with a financial failure and was threatened with bankruptcy, that team's investigation was his last hope. However, the conclusion met was that there were no diamonds on the mountain.
So there really weren't any then?
However, if my analysis is correct, there were indeed diamonds there, and Team Adamas took them.
What?
Only a few people knew of the diamond's presence, and they mysteriously disappeared. This is what the Richmond legend was born from. With that in mind, this ordeal makes sense. For years, you continued to research that legend. And finally, you discovered the truth about the missing diamonds. Team Adamas was a group of people you knew well. Shocked, you planned and carried out this game to see if that was true. You'd threaten them by saying you'd reveal their secret, and forcefully make them participate. And by putting out puzzles that would be unsolvable without knowing what happened 10 years ago. You verified that the 7 of them were involved in the incident. Then you gave a tip to the police, and as the final game, you had Inspector Hastings and his officers participate in the puzzle solving. By doing this, you pushed the dragons to confess here once it was all over. I must say I was impressed by the detail of your plan, Miles.
You never disappoint, Miss Layton.
You obviously put a lot of thought into it. That's what I'd like to say, but it's unfortunate.
I'm aware of how foolish all of this was. But I had to do it. I had to keep the promise to my mother.
Promise?
My grandfather failed and went bankrupt. And just like that, he died. Left without any sort of inheritance, my mother and I lived in poverty. My mother's body was weak, and soon enough, she became unable to work. Mama, are you alright?
Miles, I'm so sorry, darling. I wanted to do more for you. I wanted to show you more beautiful things and...
Mama, look! There are pretty flowers growing here. Mama, I'm happy I can be with you. So, get well soon, okay?
Miles?
There was one thing I just couldn't take!
You knew that the diamonds existed, didn't you?
The day before my grandfather died, I heard about them.
So there really were diamonds?
Yes.
Does that mean they were stolen? Miles, what's wrong? You can't sleep?
If we'd had my grandfather's diamonds, my mother wouldn't have had to suffer! Mama, I'm going to investigate the missing diamonds. If someone stole them, I'm going to get revenge!
Miles. Alright, darling. But if you do that, you have to make a significant, intelligent man out of yourself. Will you be able to do that?
I will! That's why I wanted to make the diamond thieves spill the truth from their own mouths and went to university. But it was no good. Miss Layton figured out everything before I could make it happen.
You should have known she'd screw it up for you. Miles Richmond, I'll listen to the rest of your story at the station. And it looks like I'll have to talk with you dragons as well. Wait, Ernest is... You all follow me.
Wait, please. Miles, I wasn't disappointed because of all of this. I support it, actually.
What?
It was because you're no better than a failure when it comes to solving puzzles.
What?
You've missed something crucial, you know. I can't believe you didn't see that there was a mastermind who made the dragons do everything that they did.
Oh, mastermind?
What do you mean, Kat?
Now allow me to explain the entire story of love and consideration concealed behind the hidden fortune!
You go, girl.
This is the deed to Mount Pressenberg. On this document, Mr. Richmond wrote that if gems were ever found on the mountain, he would transfer ownership of the land to the party who discovered it. He included his signature as well.
Transfer?
He did this ahead of time so that the Recon Squad's members wouldn't be seen as criminals if the diamond's existence was ever revealed to the world.
Ahead of time?
What do you mean? The mastermind who ordered Team Adamas to steal the diamonds was Maximilian Richmond himself!
What?
Hey, Kat, what are you planning bringing us all out here like this?
Miles, what your grandfather left behind. In other words, the location of the hidden Richmond fortune is right here! Knowing his death was imminent, Mr. Richmond wanted to use the undiscovered diamonds for the development of this city, rather than for himself. So he left the work to this city's most trustworthy people, rich people, Mr. Chance, who had a strong sense of justice, Miss Loanita, the young aspiring mayor, Mr. Parnon, who cherishes entertainment, Mr. Sloanes, the financial strongman, Mr. Fullhold, who loves ships and other vehicles, Mrs. Dublé, who treasures food and animals, and finally Miss Lisa's father, who put his heart into education and welfare. By splitting the treasure among them, he wished for London's development instead of his own family. And his wish was more than granted. These 7 ladies and gentlemen are no thieves. They're key influential figures in London who took on your grandfather's dream. Oh, I had no idea.
I suppose this case is closed then?
What?
These things never feel complete without Kat.
What she said is exactly like what my father told me. Miles, we're sorry for keeping it quiet until now. It's all as Kat says.
But we couldn't tell you about it when you were younger.
That's because it was what your mother wanted.
What? So Miles's mother knew the whole truth, I take it. Why wouldn't she want her son to know? What?
Yes. So when Mr. Richmond was nearing his end, he told her everything, it seems.
I see. So that's what happened.
I'll be putting a burden on you too. I'm so sorry.
Couldn't you have just kept us a little money? No, it's okay. Coming from you, this decision makes sense. Apparently, she didn't complain at all about him not leaving her an inheritance.
But she chose not to tell you about that fact, and we respected her wishes.
You were a weak boy and ugly, terribly, terribly ugly. She was worried about whether you'd be able to make it on your own. But then you showed her how determined you were to figure out the truth about the missing diamonds.
So to give you a focus, she didn't deny your wish.
We're sure your mother thought that your wish for revenge would help you grow strong.
Turns out you're light in the loafers.
No!
When we got our invitations for the game, we realized it might have been you who'd been running the show. That's why we participated. We wanted to know if you knew the truth. You didn't, so you tried to murder us.
We believed you during the final game as well. If you were truly from the kind Richmond family, we believed that you wouldn't actually take our lives.
We did get pretty scared, though.
But to think that Miles himself was participating in the game with us?
We never expected that.
You've grown into a splendid young man, Miles. But you do dress funny.
You might have planned to manipulate the dragons with your plan, but in reality, you were guided by your mother, just like them. And you grew up to be an intelligent young man at Gresson Hill University. I wish I had a mother.
What have I done?
You're not in the wrong.
You tried to keep your promise to your mother. You're a young man worthy of praise.
By living as Ernest Greaves, you learn kindness and the importance of friendship. Friendship is magic. You've become a lovely person. I'm sure your mother is more proud of that than anything else.
Mama, stay with me.
Miles, live strong. Like a flower blooming on the road. Live strong and don't give up.
Mama! Mama!
This case was a real doozy, huh?
Inspector Hastings, are you still going to arrest him?
If this incident has no victims, then I suppose I have no reason to.
There's my corrupt cop.
It's time, Kat. I'll have to acknowledge your ability. The truth is always stranger than fiction!
Goodbye.
This is so heavy! Oh, why on earth is this so heavy?
Because you bought too much, you dolt!
But I was able to get that limited edition apple pie, so waking up was really worth it. I bought new tea, too. Ernest, could you please prepare it for me? Don't just stand there. Open the door, would you, like a gentleman. After this, I have to clean my room and sort out the kitchen, so... This is going to be a busy day. All right. Here you are. Thank you. I'll get to making tea right away.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you, Ernest. Yes, ma'am. Cat's Mini Corner. The name Baumuchen comes from the fact that from above, the cake looks like the rings in a tree trunk. In Germany, the cake's home country, being able to beautifully create the ringed pattern is apparently a proof of the baker's skill.